Gavin, go white spot. Cross court here. Take over on there, Gavin. Take over. Backside. Not backward. Gavin, look the score.
Welcome to Gilman High School. Here, the Gilman Pirates against Columbus Catholic. Little bonus coverage here with our JV teams. For those of you just joining us, score currently is Columbus Catholic 13, Gilman Pirates 0. Basket by 34, Trevin Gilman. Columbus Catholic 13, Gilman Pirates 2. Davis Vintage with a putback. Columbus Catholic 15, Gilman Pirates 2. Over and back violation, Columbus Catholic ball. Caleb Pankratz coming in for Davis Vintage. Columbus Catholic, a little full court trap, turnover. Osterman. Gilman Pirates going the other way. Shot from the corner.
Take
Cade Kowalczyk bringing the ball up for the Pirates. Last touch by Gilman, Columbus Catholic ball. Wenzel over to Pankratz, back to Wenzel. Columbus Catholic will set up under the basket. Osterman over the frame. Pankratz. Wenzel. 2 from the elbow. Columbus Catholic 17, Gilman Pirates 2. Pankratz over the frame to Rocco Maher. 3. Columbus Catholic 20, Gilman Pirates 2. Pirates coming back. Nice pass. Basket by Jacob Bryan. Gilman Pirates 4, Columbus Catholic 20.
Thank you.
Frayne over to Pankratz. Osterman on the wing. Jordan Halford driving baseline.
30 white, 3 white, 3-0 white with a legal block screen. Blue under.
Legal screen on 30, Jacob Bryan of Gilman. David Thill coming in for Daxton Wenzel for Columbus Catholic. Frayne over to Osterman from the wing. Cullen Noonan handling the ball for the most part for the Pirates. Rocco Maher gets a hand on that one. Remains Gilman Pirates ball.
Start low, okay? Start low. Gavin, come on.
Columbus Catholic does a really good job on this full court press. It's a trap press. They're pretty quick up and down the lineup to get in those passing lanes. Noonan on the wing. Driving the lane, Osterman with the steal. Gets fouled on the shot. Will be going to the free throw line for 2. Gilman looking to sub in a couple guys here after the first throw. Roman Osterman, one more at the line. Off the heel. Rebound Pirates. Cade Kowalczyk bringing it up. Rocco Mahar with a steal. Little rim grabber. Osterman, though, with an offensive rebound and a putback, but fouled on the shot, going back to the line for 2. See if he can redeem himself from his last time at the line. Two subs for Columbus Catholic. Got Davis Vindage and
He's calling you in. He's calling you in.
Colin Stocks coming in. Nolan Frayne and Rocco Maher getting a break. Roman Osterman, number 2, good. Columbus Catholic, 22. Gilman Pirates, 4. Nice move by Jacob Bryan off the glass for 2. Gilman Pirates 6, Columbus Catholic 22. Osterman over to Pankratz. The Stocks back to Pankratz. Osterman with a nice save. Stocks on the wing, over to Osterman. He thought about it. Drive to the lane. It's a little trouble. Turnover. Trevin Dolman bringing the ball up for Gilman.
What do you want, coach?
Gilman coach takes a timeout.
Be a full timeout, coach.
Full timeout.
Full timeout. White coach. Go ahead.
Welcome back to Gilman High School. A little bonus coverage here, the JV. Currently Columbus Catholic 22, Gilman Pirates 6. See what Gilman does out of the timeout. Got some battling going on inside with Bryan and Vindage. Good job by Colin Stocks. Over to Phil. Phil's going to set it up over the Vindage. Vindage in the corner for a 3. Good offensive rebound, Caleb Pankratz. Caleb Pankratz with another offensive rebound. Skip over the Osterman. Tipped out of bounds by Cade Kowalczyk. Columbus Catholic ball. Pankratz wide open in the corner. David Phil from the key. Just missed off the heel. Good shot with Gavin Winger. Just missed. Sub for Columbus Catholic. We have Daxton Wenzel coming in for Roman Osterman. Wenzel bringing down the ball. Over to Pankratz in the corner. Wenzel on the wing. Vintage working hard down low. Phil at the top to Wenzel. Wenzel at the free throw line. Just off the heel. Vintage, though, with a hustle rebound. Wenzel off the heel. Vintage, though, hustling like you wouldn't believe. I tell you what, Davis Vintage got his money's worth on that one. He got 3 offensive rebounds. He was all over the place. He was determined one way or the other to make something happen, and he did. Unfortunately, came up with a foul, but that's what we call a hustle foul. Nothing wrong with that. Coaching for 35 years, I will tell you one thing, folks. You cannot teach someone to be aggressive. And Davis Vintage, in that case, was extremely aggressive. Coach is all right with that. Gilman doing a little dribble handoff. Caught in the corner. Nice escape. And I'm not talking wrestling. Gilman's going to reset here in the half court. Again, Davis Vintage, he's all over. We got subs for Columbus Catholic.
What's that?
41 checked in, but it's not in the book.
41 checked in, but it's not in the book.
We have something that we don't see all that often. Unfortunately, we have a player that came in for Columbus Catholic that was not in the book. And rule states if player is not in the book, it's a technical. So Gilman Pirates will get 2 shots here and the ball. First free throw by Cullen Noonan is good. It's the second throw for the technical. Good rotation on a young man's ball right there in those free throws. The second one didn't miss by much. We'll have Gilman ball. Noonan bringing it up, guarded by Wenzel. As I mentioned earlier, subs in for Columbus Catholic is Brock Whelan and Ro Wheeler. Noonan from the corner, good for 3. As I said earlier on those free throws, he has good rotation on his ball. Wheeler to the hole, off the glass and in. Good left hand by Ro. Columbus Catholic 24, Gilman Pirates 10. Minute 43 left in the game. Noonan to Dulman, back to Noonan. Brock Whelan, nice play. Over to Vintage, over to Wenzel. Wenzel on the wing, bounce pass to Wheeler. Good cut by Brock there. Ro Wheeler down the lane. Hit on his way through the lane, would be Columbus Catholic ball, baseline. Brock Whelan inbounding
That was now, let's see.
for Columbus Catholic.
I must not have, but I thought it did. Yeah.
Colin Stock from 3. Brock Whelan with hustle there. I've said it before, you can't teach someone to hustle, and that's just a prime case. You hustle to it and you get the ball and give your team another chance. Whelan over the Vindage. Vindage to the hole. Bounce pass to Wenzel. Wenzel trying to direct some traffic. Vindage with a nice ball screen. I think Wenzel was hoping he was going to roll to the basket, and he decided not to. Ro Wheeler with a spin move over to Brock Whelan. Brock to the hole. Wenzel, top of the key. Off the heel, but Whelan with the rebound. He's going to line for 2. Columbus Catholic's done a really good job at getting multiple opportunities on the offensive glass.
That's his second. Something's
Rebounding, in my opinion, is kind of a lost art. You know, call me old school, but back in the day, I feel like all 5 you need to box out, and doesn't seem to be the case in today's game, does it, Joe? Whelan puts that one in. Columbus Catholic 25, Gilman Pirates 10 with 9 seconds to go. Noonan trying to direct traffic here. He's Wenzel with a steal, 2 seconds. He needs to put it up, and he does. Good half of basketball. I would say Columbus Catholic got their fair share of offensive rebounds. They had several opportunities for second, third chances. But Gilman's not going away. They play hard. That coach has those boys playing hard.
I haven't added.
Okay. I'll tell them. Watch what they're doing.
I got it again.
I have 25, you have 24.
3, 6, 9.
What's that?
3, 6, 9, and 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Whoever starts, they
Point
start.
11.
Okay, I must have missed a free throw. I thought I missed a free throw as well.
Well, let's look at what you got. I have
Well, I'm
2 for
looking
the
up
first
here.
one.
Yep. I have 3
And
for
I-
the first one.
No, I mean 2 free
Oh, yep.
first year.
Yep, yep,
That's what
correct.
you said.
Yep.
And then for the 20, I have 2 not made and 2 made. Before there, 2
Yep.
without.
Correct. Yep.
And 1 down for 41.
Go.
Yep.
The second
Correct.
one.
Yep.
That's the free throw.
Yep.
So you got those. Must be in your 3s.
These are marked wrong.
3,
Or they're marked
6.
differently.
Who's winning that cap? 3, 6, 9, 12.
Correct.
14, 16, 18, 20.
Correct.
I have to go to the replay.
Okay, so we're good. So I missed a free throw. It's not gonna yep. So I missed a free throw. I was just wondering where I missed. So it was a free throw that I missed. Yep.
Yeah, that's, well, I was waiting for this, and I didn't even see that until I got their attention. Then I saw the 2, because I want one or the other. Oh, okay. I always like that confirmation. So,
And I try to give it to you.
yeah, thank you. Right, yep.
26 or 25?
24?
Right.
Okay, I'm right.
Because, yeah.
Well, no, you said it was 26. He said it was 24, and I'm like, I don't know.
Because,
Okay, good.
yeah, what did he?
He missed a free throw at number 11. Nope, it was a free throw because I looked at his chest and he had everything here, but then his intent was marked. He did not mark the 11. So that's where it was. Because that's the easiest way to know in sequence what you're doing. Well, yeah, but that's why I checked that first. I'm like, well, that's what it is. Well, I didn't. That's how I knew it was a free throw. Because it was a because like when he would have marked the other shot, and he would look for somebody that shot it too. Well, see, the only thing is, so I didn't. Yeah, so he just missed marking it out here, and then
Because
that's
then,
all it was.
did they have a 42 in the book? They didn't have a
He
42.
got a 42.
Okay,
That's
they said it's
officially- they were 42 last night. Oh, I thought it was- yeah. Well, and you could see
Is that? No, they knew right away because that's why I was wondering if they had a 42, you know, because they said last night or whatever the other night they were.
That's what it was. And I told her just write it at 9.
I've done this before.
I know, but he runs down the court and doesn't even stop and just runs right into the back. He's doing moving speeds, and then when the next time down he stops. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you know, the first time I didn't see that. Like run down on the court and it's like push. I wasn't yelling at you, just saying, hey, keep an eye on that. Like he was. There was like 4 of them. Let's see, whose ball is it going to be? But it's like, should have blew the whistle something.
Welcome back to Gilman High School. Little bonus coverage tonight. JV game between Columbus Catholic and Gilman Pirates. Just about to start the second half here. Columbus 25, Gilman 10. Gilman's ball to start the half. Wenzel with the steal. Running the court with Rowe. Bounce pass. Off of Noonan, excuse me. Columbus ball underneath. David Thill bringing it to the point. Over to Osterman. Osterman step back. Roll Wheeler with a nice offensive rebound. Seems to be the story of the game. A lot of offensive rebounds for Columbus Catholic. Wheeler called for a travel. Went through the lane, lost his balance. Columbus Catholic in their traditional full court trap here. Gilman better hurry up here. Coming close to his 10-second. They get it across. Nice shot fake. Offensive rebound by Noonan, followed by Thill. Cullen Noonan going to the line to shoot 2. I know Columbus Catholic had a game last night against Marathon, quality squad in Division 4. Ranked quite high in the rankings for that division. JV was a barn burner. And I can tell, I think Columbus Catholic's just a little tired. They took a lot out of themselves last night in that game. Wenzel to the basket. Getting fouled on the drive, so Columbus Catholic will inbound underneath. Actually, Wenzel will go to line to shoot 2. Wenzel's first attempt off the heel of the rim. Second attempt. That one's good by Daxton. Columbus back in the full court. Wenzel almost with a steal. Gilman to inbound baseline. Tell you that Jacob Bryan, he is a tall kid. Long arms. It's always nice to have a kid that size in a JV game, especially when you got a team that's pressing. You throw that ball up a little higher in the air and he's the only one that can get to it. Off of Columbus. Gilman inbound on the baseline to the corner. Over to Halford. Noonan setting up Phil with a nice block. David Thill showing a little bit of his track ability. He's a good track athlete at Columbus. Soccer player as well. Roll Wheeler going the other way. Brian's going to contest him though. Roll Wheeler to the line, shooting 2. Jacob Bryan with his second foul. First attempt. I've always said as a shooter, if you're off the heel of the rim, that's actually a good miss. It's those ones that are short that you're kind of off a bit. And that first one definitely was off the heel. Here's a second attempt. Nothing but nylon on that one. It's a full court press. Gilman does a good job of being patient in that. Noonan in the corner. Over to the Stooner. Kowalczyk on the top. Over to Noonan. Wenzel bringing it down the sideline. Bounce pass over to Wheeler. Wheeler off the glass and in. Good job of running the floor there by Columbus Catholic. Oh, Thill with a nice block. Kid has springs, that's for sure. Roll Wheeler going to the basket well. Thill over to Wenzel. Wenzel attacking the lane over to Osterman. Osterman looking for his screen from Wenzel. Vindage working hard again down low. Thill over to Osterman. Wenzel with a nice cut down the lane. Osterman finds him. Wenzel for two. Nice ball movement by Columbus Catholic there. Gilman going the other way. You know, despite Columbus Catholic having this full court press on, Gilman has done a really good job of breaking it tonight. And Noonan had to hurry that one. Thill was coming at him hard, and Thill's, you know, as I just said, he can jump out of the gym. Roll Wheeler with a nice spin move, just a little short off the glass. Gilman going the other way. Columbus Catholic 31, Gilman Pirates 12. We got about 12 minutes to go in the second half. Nice bounce pass there. Cade Kowalczyk, you know, he split those defenders on the free throw line, just took that little extra step because the big guy was coming at him. Roll Wheeler bringing it up for Columbus Catholic. Off to Wenzel. Off the heel. Vindage with another offensive rebound. Roll Wheeler going hard to the basket. Off the glass and good. Columbus Catholic 33, Gilman Pirates 12. Again, you know, Columbus Catholic in that full court trap press, and Gilman up to this point has done a really good job. Unfortunately, that one sailed a little too far. But credit goes to Gilman. They've done a really good job of handling the press. There's Wheeler at the free throw line to Thill. Thill over to Wenzel. Wenzel driving to the basket. Came up a little short. Probably thought he got hit there a little bit, but you know, you always got to tell your kids, play through contact. Just play through contact. I mean, people that think basketball isn't a physical sport, you got another thing coming. It's definitely physical. Wenzel got hit hard on that one, but he was able to will his way through it and hit one off the glass for a basket. He'll be going to the line to shoot one. Yeah. One thing I will tell you, he definitely did not learn how to shoot from his dad, that's for sure. Probably learned that from his mom, Joe. She was a pretty solid basketball player. Yeah. I tell you, Joe, I could never shoot like he can shoot. But you know what? It goes down as one of those things, practice makes perfect. I've always said anything in life, when you work hard and you practice, you end up usually having pretty positive results. It's one of the reasons I love coaching, because, you know, it's not always about the sport, it's about life lessons.
First turn, white coming out. First turn, white coming out. You going down low?
Okay, welcome back to Gilman High School. Columbus Catholic 36, Gilman Pirates 12. Gilman to inbound. Noonan bringing the ball up the court. Every coach's dream, Joe, executing a play out of a timeout, and Gilman did an excellent job of that. Unfortunately, came up a little short on the shot, but the execution was perfect. And as a coach, you got it. That's sometimes all you want is execution. Gilman with the inbound to Noonan. Noonan looking for somebody. You know, first half I was talking about Columbus getting so many offensive rebounds, and all of a sudden Gilman's a team getting them now. Off Gilman. Columbus ball. Wenzel bringing a ball up the court. Working on the wing. Over to Pankratz in the corner. Osterman with a nice wheel route in the lane. Over to Pankratz. Pankratz looking to set up. Going to Phil. Phil hard to the basket. Off the glass. Just missed. And there's that offensive rebound we were talking about. Caleb Pankratz for 2. Columbus Catholic 38. Gilman Pirates 12. Cullen Noonan bringing the ball up the court for Gilman. Over to Duhlman. Duhlman looking for someone. Back to Noonan to the top. Over to the Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk over to Noonan. Columbus Catholic in looks to be a 1-3-1. Nice move by Kowalczyk. Phil reaches in. Get the foul. Kowalczyk will go to the line to shoot 2. Subs for Gilman. Got Jordan Halford coming in. Jacob Bryan. And Noah Hernandez. Cade Kowalczyk shooting number 2. Just missed. Pankratz with a nice rebound, bringing it down sideline. Wenzel to the corner. Skip pass over to Osterman. Osterman over to Wheeler. Wheeler to the basket. Off to Wenzel. Off the glass and good. Nice ball movement by Columbus Catholic. A lot of times it's the extra pass, and when you get that extra pass, your chances of making it are a lot better. Kowalczyk. Bryan slips 2 guys off the glass, just missed. But he gets, just about got a rebound. Subs for Columbus Catholic, Davis Vindage and Colin Stocks coming in for David Thill and Roman Osterman. Tell you, interesting matchup is this Bryan kid and Vindage in there. Couple big guys going at it down low. Roe Wheeler getting his hand in there. Wenzel going to Wheeler. Wheeler's looking. Attacked. Wenzel in the corner for 3. Again, the extra pass, Joe. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. The extra pass is so important in the game of basketball. Here comes Pankratz down the sideline. He's looking. Give to Wheeler, who's running the floor right down the middle off the glass, and good. Columbus Catholic 44, Gilman Pirates 12. 7:44 left in the second half. Kowalczyk bringing the ball up, guarded by Stocks. Stocks is on the top of this 1-3-1. Pankratz with another rebound. Wenzel over to Stocks off the glass and good. Yeah, Colin, he's going to run the floor. He's a heck of a soccer player. Really fast, you know. And when you run the floor, again, good things happen. You know, Columbus is getting their fair share of turnovers near the top of the key. Wenzel skip pass over to Pankratz for 3. Pankratz is good. Again, good ball movement by Columbus Catholic. Bryan and Vindage going to work at the free throw line. Little too much. Vindage going to get called with a foul there.
Back here, 51. Get back here.
They didn't call you in.
No, they got a foul.
34.
We got a couple subs coming in.
It's all right.
We got Brock Wheeling coming in.
Third, fourth team.
And Hunter Bauer, freshman with Columbus Catholic, getting some minutes here. It's always nice to see kids get minutes. You know, they come to practice every day and work hard. Caleb Pankratz doing a good job of handling the ball over the Hunter Bauer. Wheeling over the Pankratz in the corner, just a little short, but there's Vindage fighting for the ball like he always does. Gilman ball. Kowalczyk inbounding to Hernandez. Hernandez to Kowalczyk. Mid-court line. Looking to set it up over to Hernandez. Stocks with a steal. Vindage running the floor. Gets his own rebound and puts it up and in. Davis Vindage for 2. Good work. Columbus Catholic 51, Gilman Pirates 12. Coach Halida for Gilman is calling a timeout there. Going to sub out a couple guys.
First horn blew.
Welcome back to Gilman High School. We got 5:59 left in the second half. Columbus Catholic 51, Gilman Pirates 12. Let's see what Coach Halida has coming out of this timeout. He's done a really good job coming out of timeouts with good set plays. There's Brock Wheeling with a nice steal. Got some happy feet, but hey, hustle does that sometimes. I think if he could do it all over, he'd have went all the way to the basket. Kowalczyk over to Noonan. Noonan to Dulman. Colin Stocks gets his hand on that one from behind. Jacob Bryan had no idea it was coming. Brock Wheeling from 3, but Caleb Pankratz with another offensive rebound and put back. Having a good second half. Again, you got Colin Stocks up on the top of this 1-3-1. It's giving Gilman a little trouble. Not a lot of teams run the 1-3-1, so a lot of times you don't practice against it all that often. Brock Wheeling bringing the ball up after a nice defensive rebound there. Over to Pankratz in the corner. Colin over to Wheeling. Wheeling over to Bauer. Bauer to Pankratz. Vindage posting up. Over to Stocks. Stocks driving to the basket, and Malin Stooner just too much with the hands. You know, it's all right to play with your hands a little bit, but, you know, if you have that hand on the hips a little too long, you get the old hand check foul. Pankratz over the Whelan in the corner, up to Stocks, over to Bauer. Bauer looking to take a shot in the wing, decided not to. Vintage with a nice screen over to Pankratz, the Stocks. Whelan with a hustle there, tipping the ball from behind. Bauer over the Stocks. Stocks skip pass. Brock Whelan to the basket hard. Good drive, good drive. No complaints here from his coach. You know, we always want those kids to go hard to the basket, and he absolutely did. He just came up a little short on the shot. Kowalczyk, the ball. Over to Brian. Brian. Noonan in the corner. Brian. Caleb Pankratz. Steal. Good job by Hunter Bauer making himself available after Pankratz stopped his dribble. Good job by Hunter Bauer. He was going to vacate the position, and Caleb stopped his dribble. He came back to make himself available, and again, those are those little things you just hope and pray kids do, and Hunter did a good job that time. Hunter Stocks with another steal. Colin is extremely quick, so if you have your back turned to him, I can guarantee you he's going to be coming at you. He's done a really good job at the top of that 1-3-1. Hunter Bauer at the key. Over to Vintage on the wing. Vintage a little deep on the three. Offensive rebound, though, for Colin Stocks. Vintage going in hard off the glass, just miss.
41.
Jacob Bryan with a rebound. Gilman Pirates with subs here. Gavin Winger coming in. 25, Jordan Halford. And 12, Noah Hernandez. They're going to join Noonan and Bryan with the 5 on the court. Noonan to Bryan. Bryan turnaround off glass for 2. Not sure if he called it, but we'll take it, right, Joe? Nice cut by Hunter Bauer. Just missed off the glass. Great cut by Hunter. Good pass by Colin Stocks. Noonan for 3 off the wing, just short. Caleb Pankratz looking for help. Columbus Catholic 53, Gilman Pirates 14, 2:11 to go in the second half. Vintage over the Bauer. Whelan with the nice cut to the basket. Hunter Bauer with a little extra step there. Ref got him for traveling. But give the kid credit, he's going hard to the basket. Good shot by Gavin Winger off the heel. Here's Caleb Pankratz going the other way. Jump stop over to Stocks. Stocks splitting 2 guys, going to the basket off the glass, just a little long. Bryan with the rebound. Noonan bringing it up for Gilman. Noonan top of the key for 3, a little short. You know, one thing, he's got to get his elbow above his eye to give that ball a chance to go in. A little flat there. Bauer over the Pancrats. Pancrats to Whelan. Whelan over the Bauer. Bauer looking for a 3 on the wing. Off the glass, just missed. Vintage in the mix again. I can guarantee you Davis Vintage is going to be around the ball at some point. Almost in every possession, especially if it's a miss. Nice shot by Jacob Bryan off the glass for 2. Bauer over the Whelan. Whelan gonna try 3. Little deep. Bauer with a nice offensive rebound. Whelan over the Stock. Stock's to Vintage. Vintage going in hard. He'll get fouled and go to the line to shoot 2. Be a foul on Jacob Bryan. That'll be his 3rd.
Pat?
Davis Vintage going to the line to shoot 2.
Do you want the clock stopped while he's shooting? No? Well, it's gonna buzz.
Yeah, don't let it buzz when he shoots.
It's gonna buzz. 30.
Davis Vintage, second attempt. It's good. Bryan with a desperation heave at the buzzer. Final score, JV team bonus coverage, Columbus Catholic 54, the Gilman Pirates 16. Stay tuned as we got our varsity game coming up here shortly. Gilman High School. Jamie Wenzel, accompanied by Joe Anderson.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Yeah, you know, the afternoon and the evening kind of goes together, Joe.
That's true.
But I tell you, the nice thing, if you haven't noticed, everyone, is you notice how it's a lot more lighter in the morning when we get up, and stays a lot lighter later in the day. So it's a good feeling knowing spring's right around the corner.
Well, the nice thing about me is being retired. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. I'll get out of bed.
One of the advantages of being
If you have a
retired.
moment to read about our last five first introduction, please.
Yeah, our last 5 games presented by Marshfield Insurance. Save money on health, home, auto, and more with Marshfield Insurance. Start today at marshfieldinsurance.com.
Well, the last 5 games from Columbus Catholic, they've lost 2 out of their last 5. Rice Lake win, Greenwood Granton win, and a good win over Neelsville. But took it on the chin at home versus Loyal. And they lost a tough one last night at Marathon.
Yeah, it was a battle of ranked teams in the state. You know, Marathon being in Division 4, ranked quite high. Been a solid squad all year in the Marewood South. So Coach K does a really good job of scheduling those non-conference games against quality teams. You know, he's not always about the wins, so to speak. It's more about the opportunity for his kids to be put in positions that are going to happen down the road, especially in the playoffs.
We look at Gilman, lost at Colby, lost at Rib Lake, lost to Owen Withy, lost to Neelsville, and a loss to Spencer. Tough road for Gilman, but they're building.
Yeah, you know, they come in tonight's game 2-14, 0-9 overall in the Clover Belt. But the one thing with Coach Poiquet here is that he's trying to change basketball in Gilman. You know, Gilman's known as a quality football team. With Coach Rosemeyer, has done a great job. Made it to the 8-man football state championship. Came up a little short. But Poiquet, coach, is trying to change basketball in Gilman, and he's done a really good job. You know, the numbers are there in a school that only has 93, I believe, is what I was told earlier on tonight. So he's doing a good job, and I'm sure his boys are ready to play tonight, as does Coach Konitschke with Columbus. They're always ready to play. It'll be interesting to see how they play tonight, because that game last night against Marathon, like Joe had said, was kind of a barn burner and took a lot out of them. If you're able to join us in the JV game, I did notice their JV was a little off tonight, but I think a lot of that had to do with how much energy they spent last night in that JV game against Marathon, which was a quality ball game as well that went down to the wire.
Well, you look ahead now at Columbus Catholic. They've got Spencer, Rib Lake, Colby, Owen Withy, and they finish up the regular season at Loyal on the 20th of February. What are your thoughts on those next 5 games?
Well, you know, this year I feel like the Clover Belt East is as strong as it's ever been, especially on the top. Years past, you know, maybe it wasn't quite as strong, but it certainly is. You know, the game that probably is the one that everyone's looking at right now is that Loyal game. You know, went down to the wire last time at Columbus, and the reason that game's so important, not only to Columbus but Loyal, is for seeding purposes. One thing in the playoffs, you really do not want to go on the road, because it is really hard to win on a road, especially in the Clover Belt East, which we've seen time and time again.
Yes. We look ahead to the Gilman boys' next 5 games. They host Greenwood Granton. They're at New Auburn. They host Phillips. They're at Loyal. And they finish up the season here versus Colby.
Yeah, and you know, looking at that schedule, you know, it seems like they got some opportunities there to perhaps play some quality games and maybe get a couple in the win column. You know, with young kids, you know, if you can get a couple wins, it really changes the whole dynamic of the team.
And if you would be so kind as to read the outro for our first and last 5, please.
Yeah, and pardon me, you know, this is my first go here, so I'm a little behind the 8 ball.
Next 5. Oh, I jumped that one, didn't I?
Yeah, you jumped the gun a little bit. That's fine. Picking on the rookie here.
Well, Pat Schultz is on the mic tonight, and Ms. Schultz will do the public announcements. Thank you for tuning in to the Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school boys basketball brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's boys basketball game with the Columbus Dons and the Gilman Pirates. Would we please have you stand for the playing of our national anthem? The starting lineup for the Columbus Dons. Number 1, a senior, Matt Fish. Number 3, a senior, Kate Jansen. Number 5, a junior, Ray Becker. Number 22, a senior, Caleb Gilman. And number 35, a junior, Carter Summer. The Dons are coached by Joe Kanichki, Jerry Mandel, Will Boyer, Charles Pant, and Scott Shearer. For the Gilman Pirates, number 1, a junior, Logan Halida. Number 4, a senior, Dawson Brunson. Number 5, a sophomore, Max McCoy. Number 11, a junior, Connor Nichols. And number 23, a junior, Colby Keepers. The Pirates are coached by Tyler McCoy and Corey Medina.
Apologies on not getting the camera moved over to show the lads from Columbus. I realized that after the starting lineups had already been completed. So Jamie's going to take you the most of the way. I'm just going to provide color here and there. I'm manning the meters and everything tonight. So Mr. Wenzel, without any further ado.
There's the opening tip off to Columbus. Becker bringing it up to the court at the key. Drives the basket, left hand off the glass and good. 2 for Ray Becker. Gilman back the other way. Alita over to Grunseth. Jump stop in the lane. Keepers. Kelby Keepers. Fouled going up. 2 at the line for Keepers. Second try. A little short. Halida keeps it alive, but Kate Jansen chases it down. Over to Konitschke in the corner for 3. Mack was set up ready in the corner, and Jansen found him. Columbus in their traditional kind of 3/4 full court trap. Nichols off the mark. Jansen with the rebound over to Summer. Summer back to Jansen. Jansen looking for someone, over to Caleb Hilgeman. Hilgeman over to Konitschke. 3.
Starting out hot.
2 for 2. Columbus Catholic 8. Gilman Pirates 0. Columbus in that full court trap. Keepers breaks it. Over to Grunseth in the corner. Keepers though with offensive rebound. Little hard off the glass. Foul going the other way. Ray Becker to inbound to Kay Jansen. Kay Jansen bringing the ball up to court. Kate over the Carter Summers going hard to the basket. A little short. Grunseth with a rebound. Over to Pocoit. Pocoit dribbling on top. Jansen all over him. Looking for a 5 count. Keepers to the basket off the glass.
Nice move.
Very nice touch off the glass there. Great shot. Nice pass by Jansen to Hilgeman. Hilgeman, though, gets blocked. Hilgeman, though, battles for an offensive rebound. Summers down the lane, a little short. Grunseth on the wing. Bounce past the keepers. Halida, shot from the wing. Summers with another rebound. Carter will bring the ball up the court to start the offense. Over to Jansen. Jansen going hard to the lane. Nice bounce pass to Hilgeman. Hilgeman with a couple offensive rebounds and then gets fouled by keepers. Caleb going to the free throw line shooting 2.
This would be a good time to hear from some of our sponsors as he gets ready to shoot the free throw.
Yeah, again, this is my first go at it. So, Joe, thank God you're here helping me out. That's for sure.
That's why you keep your phone charged.
Yeah, right. Well, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Discover Marshfield Wellness Destination, Be Well Studio. Experience cutting-edge recovery. Tools like hydromassage, infrared sauna, red light therapy, PMF, and none. All designed to help your body and mind feel their best. Each 15 to 30-minute session is just $29 with memberships and packages available. Book your wellness session today at bewell-studio.com. Back to the action. Here's Poquette over to Grunseth. Grunseth driving to the basket on Hilgeman. We got to travel. Took an extra step there. Good defense by Hilgeman. Straight up and down.
You get another one.
Hiller's True Value. Hiller's True Value in Central Wisconsin, your Milwaukee tool destination center. On the job or in the woods, be ready to fight the winter elements. Check out Hiller's large selection of heated gear to keep you warm. Whenever you go this winter, Hiller's True Value in Marshfield.
Doing good.
Nice bounce pass to Jansen over to Hilgeman. Hilgeman lays it in for 2. Columbus Catholic 11, Gilman Pirates 2. Gilman again trying to break Columbus Catholic's 3/4 press here. Columbus does a really good job in this press. They're really quick on the outside, making it difficult for teams. Nice drive by Grunseth off the Poquette, who hits one.
Three for Konitschke. No.
Off the heel. Carter Summers with another rebound. Off to Konitschke. Mack back to Carter. Carter working the lane. Ray Becker coming in the lane. Nice move. put his body in the defender to back him up a bit and hit the shot.
Good job there. Gilman getting the shots, just not getting them to drop.
No. Just Poquette to the basket,
Oh,
putting it in.
nice.
Nice shot off the glass.
Keeping it close. Well, we're going to take a timeout. You're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShudsDelivered.com.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries higher quality furniture from all of your favorite brands because we want you to be proud of your space.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries all of your favorite appliance brands so we can save you money on the products you trust.
It just makes sense that Mittens services what we sell because we want your home to be comfortable and run smoothly.
It just makes sense. Central Wisconsin has shopped at Mittens since 1938 because we have it all.
Welcome back to Gilman High School. Special thanks go to our game day sponsors, Frayne Auto Body and Unity, ShudsDelivered.com, House of Heating, Takira, Monarika, and Total Electric. Thank you to those sponsors for making this possible. Out of the timeout, Gilman sets up a little press break and does a pretty good job. Over to Grunseth. Grunseth off the glass, good. Hilgman going hard to the basket and getting fouled. Foul goes on Lucas Halida.
My first principal at Loyal Elementary was Larry Halida. It's the coach's great uncle.
Well, they always say it's a small world.
Yeah, it is.
I find in my daily travels I come across people and start asking some questions, and the next thing you know, we know someone or we're related somehow.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
You got it. Caleb Hilgeman makes 1 of 2 at the line, 1 for 4 in the game. Here's Poquette bringing the ball down the court. Pretty good job for a sophomore. Ball goes over to Nichols in the corner. Over to Halida. Halida to Halida. No, folks, I'm not repeating myself. Halida to Halida. True fact. Nichols looking for the ball, guarded by Hilgeman. Nichols over to Poquette. Nearly stolen by Ray Becker.
Should have taken that.
Yep. He hesitated half a second, that's all it took. Nichols looking for Halida. Halida does a nice cut to the basket, handoff. Halida, fadeaway jumper from the baseline. Falls a little short, Cade Jansen. Hustle rebound. Out to Matt Konitschke in the corner. Max surveying, seeing what to do. Over to Summers, skip pass. Over to Hilgeman in the corner for 3. A good offensive rebound by Carter Summer and put back. Columbus Catholic 19, Gilman Pirates 8. Gilman bringing it back down the court. Poquette working on Konitschke. Over to Nichols. Nichols to Halida. Halida to Halida. Again, folks.
Stereo Halida.
Yeah, I'm not repeating myself here. We got Halida tonight.
There's some of those, there's 3 girls that play, the Hadelstadt girls in
Yes,
Owen Withee.
Owen Withee.
There's 3 of them.
Well, you know, Joe, when you think about it, Coach Konitschke's son, Emmett, who is a great player for Columbus Catholic, Mac and him had played together, so there were times I'm sure you said Konitschke to Konitschke. Tonight it's Halida to Halida. Speaking of Konitschke, he goes to the basket hard, comes up a little short, but gets an offensive rebound over to Jansen. Jansen with a great spin move, just a little long. Your Poquette coming down the court. Poquette with a nice drive. He's throwing it up, hoping on a prayer it goes in, and unfortunately it didn't for him. Summers with another rebound. Over to Konitschke in the corner, little deep. There's Caleb Hilgen, though, around the ball like normal. Halida over to Poquette. Poquette, quick release there. We're going to have a foul going the other way. A foul is going to be on Nichols. right in the back of Gilman. We're going to have some subs here for Columbus Catholic. We have Jack Kolbeck and Devlin Timler coming in.
Got a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching high school boys basketball and Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com. Back after this.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Welcome back to Gilman High School. Thank you to Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. Back to action, Cade Jansen on top. Stopped his dribble. Konitschke comes and get it. Konitschke over to Kolbeck. Kolbeck for three.
Whoa!
Nothing but nylon for Jack. Jack is a heck of a shooter. I think sometimes he hesitates a little too much. No hesitation there. He hit that.
Yeah, that's a nice shot. And for a big man to shoot that far out.
Yeah, he puts a lot of time in the gym. I see him at the field house a lot. We got another sub here. We got sophomore Nolan Frayne coming in for Cade Jansen. I tell you, a lot of credit goes out to Cade Jansen. He gives it his all. You know, when you hear the old adage 110%, he gives 111%.
Yeah.
Columbus in a 1-3-1. Don't see it all that often, but saw it a little bit last night against Marathon. It was pretty effective. We got to travel on Poquette. You know, Joe, I just realized, you know, we have Halida tonight. We also have Poquette tonight.
That's right.
A couple brothers. Coach's son's a sophomore and a junior. I'm sure they have keys to the gym, Joe.
No doubt.
Devlin Timler with a nice move. Nice spin move off the glass for two. Devlin does a really good job. You know, he doesn't make many mistakes. He's one of those kids, he comes in there and he does his job and he doesn't try to do anything fancy. Credit to him for doing the right thing.
They've switched up that defense 1-3-1.
Yeah, nice job by Nolan Frayne getting in front of Nichols. Nichols thought he had it all the way to the basket, but there's the younger Poquette brother for two. Schwartz Seamless Roofing. Does your roof need attention? Call Schwartz Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshville today. They are your hail damage experts and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. And I can attest to that. Wayne Schwartz, outstanding individual, great man. I've referred a lot of business to him. He'll help you out. And there's a nice shot from Gilman.
Yeah, from number 5.
Gilman hanging in there.
They're making it a game.
Yeah, the Poquette brothers are starting to come alive here a little bit. Ray Becker driving baseline, spin move, over to Timler. Timler looking for some help.
Threw it into the girls' basketball team.
Yeah. Maybe one of those girl basketball players said they were open. So Gilman does a good job getting a stop there, coming down. They're on a 5-0 run here, trying to cut into this lead. Columbus Catholic 24, Gilman Pirates 13. Poquette at the top, over to Grunseth. Grunseth over to Halida. Halida driving to the younger Poquette. Nice bounce pass. Into Keepers. I have a feeling Keepers is a track star. Kid has tremendous springs in his legs. Ray Becker over to Timler. Timler over to Frayne. Frayne to Konitschke. Coach K calling out a play. Mack with a nice drive, but we got a foul on number 1, Logan Halida. Konitschke definitely had the advantage and got ahead of him, so he tried to make up from behind and hit him in the head.
Yep.
Matt goes a line shooting 2.
Mr. Summer looks like he's going to check in for Mac at the next dead ball.
Mac gets 1 of 2. Joe looked into his crystal ball, and it was true. Carter Summer coming in for Matt Konitschke.
Well, I saw Coach Konitschke say he was for the shooter. That's how I knew.
There's Bo Paquette coming hard to the basket. Bounce pass, Nolan Frayne, the hustle. Stevens Point Orthopedics, proudly providing the Central Wisconsin community with orthopedic, sports medicine, spine, and physical therapy services. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. Back to the action. Bo Paquette with a carry. He wanted to pass it to his teammate Halida and realized there was a defender in between him and caused a turnover. Connor Nichols back in the game for Bo Paquette. Got another sub here. Rocco Mayer coming in for Ray Becker.
Oh, Gilman's got 5, 6, 7, 9. They've got 9 on the varsity. So both teams can go fairly deep.
Yeah, we know, there's times when Columbus likes to make it a track meet, so on defense you get kind of tired. Devin Timler with a nice drive to the basket and using the glass nicely. 4 points for Devin Timler here in the first half. We got 7 minutes to go. Gilman on the attack. Paquette on the wing. Over to Keepers in the lane. Keepers over to Grunseth. Grunseth puts up a 3. Little long. Timler runs it down. Cutter Summer bringing up the ball on the right-hand side. Over to the corner to Nolan Frayne. Over to Timler. Timler over to Summer. Summer cutting down the lane. Nice 360 move. Oh, beautiful move. Just came up a little short on the shot. Paquette coming back the other way. Guarded by Frayne. Over to Nichols. Nichols over to Halida. Keepers, he's staying around that free throw lane. Don't blame the kid. He can jump. Connor Nichols off the glass for 2. Might have to ask him after the game if he called it. Timler starting from the top. Over to Jack Kolbeck. Jack Kolbeck in the corner. No hesitation there. Came up a little long. Paquette with the rebound. Nichols on the wing again. There's Keepers posting up strong in the lane like always. Coach Paquette gets a timeout. Nichols was in trouble and they had to find a way to get out of it. Sternweiss and Sons. Sternweiss and Sons ready mix and block plant at Marshfield. Now hiring boom trucks and concrete truck driver. Be home every night and work for the hometown team at Sternweiss and Sons. If it's time for you to make a change, apply today at the
Wren Road.
Wren Road. Hey, there you go. Wren Road Ready Mix location. Sternweiss and Sons of Marshfield.
Coaches for Gilman, they're down to 2 timeouts. Oh no, wait a minute. They have 3. My bad. That's better.
Coach Paquette has his boys playing real hard tonight. I mean, they're certainly within striking distance here.
Mm-hmm.
That's an opportunity where it probably would have been a turnover, and he figured, you know what, instead of getting a turnover, I'm going to get a timeout and get a chance to score a basket.
Yep. See if they run this inbounds pass.
Let's see what they got in mind here. My guess is the Keepers, and that's exactly where it went. I mean, the kid can jump out of the gym, and that's pretty apparent if you see him in person. I'm sure you're even seeing it on the TV or whatever you're watching us on. There's Nichols, guarded by Frayne. Over to Paquette. Paquette a little deep. Keepers, though, fighting for the ball. Frayne ends up with it. Over to Summer. Summer coming full speed ahead. A little hard off the glass. Paquette coming back the other way. I have a feeling he's going to go all the way. And we're going to get a travel. Marin to Konitschke. Konitschke bringing it up, starting from the point. Over to Frayne. Frayne bringing it down to Konitschke in the corner. I tell you what, that is textbook right there.
Yeah.
Konitschke coming around the wheel to the corner and hits that three.
He gets one look out.
You know, but let's not forget about his teammates doing good screens and doing the work for him to get him wide open like that. Nice move by Halida. A little reverse layup, came up a little short. I think he was a little farther away than he fell from the basket. But great move nonetheless for Halida. But kind of had one of those falls as a coach you get a little upset about. You're about, 60 feet away from the basket. No need to do that.
You're right.
Frayne will inbound right around half court into Summers. Summer guarded by keepers. Good matchup. Couple guys that can really jump, and nice set play for Konitschke off the heel. Good shot though. They're going to get Hilgeman with a foul from behind.
Gilman hanging tough. Yeah, they're down. I mean, it's 30-15, but they're still in this game.
Well, the last 3 trips they've been empty on. You get one of those or 2 of those, you're only down maybe 10.
Yeah, they've had the shot opportunities. They just haven't got them to drop.
They definitely have. Nichols over to Keepers. Keepers over to Poquette. Poquette from the corner, good for 3. It's a tough shot by Bo Poquette. I mean, Rocco Mayer was right in his face. Nolan Frayne gets the friendly roll. Nice little half spin move there by Nolan to get that defender off him a little bit and put that in. Poquette with Konitschke guarding him right at the point. Keepers. Poquette going hard to the basket. Good block by Hilgeman. Summer running the court over to Rocco Mayer. Rocco going hard to the basket. Over to Frayne. Frayne into Hilgeman. Hilgeman going in hard off the glass, a little short. Felt like maybe he should have put it up right away. He kind of thought a little too much about that one.
Yeah.
But Hilgeman working real hard inside, which is expected for him. He's a strong kid.
He who hesitates is lost.
Summers with a steal.
Dunk it.
Poquette caught him, but got him on the arm a bit. So Carter Summer going to the line, shoot 2.
First one's good.
Carter Summer hits the first one from the ServPro free throw line. Call ServPro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. ServPro like it never even happened. Carter's second attempt. It's good.
Doing a good job on the reads there, mister.
Not too bad. Nice pass by Keepers to Halida, but Halida gives it off to Nichols, but there's Keepers. Offensive rebound putback. Frayne bringing the ball up at the point. Looking for someone. Over to the Rocco Mayer. Mayer over to Konitschke. Konitschke at the point going hard to the basket. Off the glass and in. Good move by Mack. He thought about taking the 3, but the defender came out on him quick and he went to the basket. Here comes Keepers. Nolan Frayne all over. Man, great hustle. Great hustle. Unfortunately got a foul there, but I'm going to tell you what, that's a foul as a coach you can live with because that was a hustle foul.
Yeah. Defensive intensity.
Yep. Kind of mentioned in the JV game, there's one thing you cannot teach, and that's someone to be aggressive. And Nolan right there showed that he can be. Keeper's going hard at the basket on Hilgeman, and I'm going to say travel, and that's what he got. Hilgeman did a great job of being straight up and down, and Keepers hit his body and lost his balance a little bit and took that extra half step.
Little things make a big difference.
Yep. Good eyes by that ref, by the way, on that one.
Not like we haven't reffed a game or 2 in our time.
Yeah, right. I forgot my glasses is usually what I tell people.
That's why I'm glad I wear glasses only to read.
Carter lost a handle on that dribble going to the basket. Felt like he got bumped a little, just guess wasn't enough, and lost the ball out of bounds. Turnover goes to Gilman. Kate Jansen coming in for Matt Konitschke. Konitschke with a quiet 12 here in the first half. Poquette over to Halida. Halida to the younger Poquette. I think I'll refer to him as older and younger just because, you know, they're brothers. Keepers again at the free throw line. It's kind of where he likes to be, and puts one off the glass for 2. And then Bo Poquette. Sneaky, sneaky.
There's a lot of action there.
Yeah, you know, on that make by Keepers, Poquette being sneaky about it, snuck around the Columbus kid and got the steal. And unfortunately, on the other end, you know, Nolan Frayne, as I mentioned earlier, he got a hustle foul down here about a minute ago and ended up getting another one. Again, can't blame the kid for hustling. Here's Poquette, guarded by Jansen. On the wing, over to the other wing, to Halida. Halida to Halida. Over to Nichols. Nichols looking for someone, guarded by Summer. Nichols taking a look over to Halida. Little dribble handoff going on here. Poquette over to Nichols. Nichols a little long, rebound by Ray Becker. Ray Becker coming down over to Cade Jansen on the wing, back to Cade Jansen on the wing for 3. Off the glass and good. Not sure if he called it, but it worked, Joe.
As long as it goes through the hoop, that's all that matters.
And then we have a turnover here by Gilman. Got a little antsy, you know, they tried to go a little too fast and threw it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Mutual Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualwausau.com to find an agent near you. Back to the action, Konitschke over to Becker. Becker to Jansen, little dribble handoff, set play for Konitschke. Konitschke didn't have an open look, decided to bring it out. With Rocco Mayer. Back out to Konitschke for 3, in and out. Ray Becker with an offensive rebound over to Rocco Mayer, Mayer to Becker. Coach Konitschke asking for 1 shot. Becker dribbling on the key over to Rocco Mayer. Mayer surveying what he's got in front of him. Over to Timler. Timler over to Konitschke. Konitschke for 3.
Oh!
Good.
What a way to end the half.
I would say. Good run there by Columbus Catholic at the very end. You know, Gilman has been giving it their all. Stayed in here for quite a bit of the first half. Just had a run here with a couple turnovers near the end, and Matt Konitschke hit a couple open threes.
Well, we're going to take a break. Back after this, you're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's drivers that they need. Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Cobeson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at Cobeson.com.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment, and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
This is my home. I've grown up here. My grandparents always took very, very good care of the house. They worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. You know it's a dirty job, a big job. When I went out there expecting chaos, and I just saw people on their hands and knees, like they literally picked up everything. Whether it was garbage they left or whether it was garbage that was there. It was a top-tier experience.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Founded in 2011, Marshfield Fast Pitch is a competitive, fast-pitch softball club. Players range in age from 7 to 18 years old, and they consist of girls from central Wisconsin and headquartered in Marshfield. Throughout the year, teams compete in tournaments locally, around the state, and nationally. During the winter, practices, lessons, and clinics are held at our indoor facility. Tryout registration is happening now. Go to marshfieldfastpitch.com to get started.
Welcome back to Gilman High School. Thank you to Infinity Exteriors. Infinity Exteriors installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. Infinity Exteriors. Well, folks, halftime score, we got Columbus Catholic 42, Gilman Pirates 22. Gilman has given Columbus all they could handle the first probably around 12 minutes. They just had that little stretch there where they had a couple turnovers, and Columbus on the other end made them pay with some good shots, in particular with Matt Konitschke. Halftime stats for Columbus Catholic, Matt Konitschke with a quiet, and I mean quiet, 15. Kay Jansen 3, Nolan Frayne 2, Ray Becker with 7. Devin Timmer with a nice couple baskets down low for 4. Jack Kolbeck with 3. Caleb Hilgeman 4, and Carter Summer with 4. On Gilman's side, we have Bo Poquette with 5. Colby Keepers with 6. Max Poquette, the sophomore, the younger brother, with 7, and Connor Nichols with 4. I mean, I think the thing that stands out the most is that, Columbus does a really good job of running their offense, and they get a lot of open looks. Mm-hmm. They don't get many contested looks, and anytime you have open looks, your percentage goes up quite a bit.
Yes.
On the flip side, you look at Gilman, a lot of Gilman shots are contested because Columbus Catholic is quite quick on defense.
They've got a little height advantage, too.
Yeah, and they're really good at getting their hand up in the shooter's vision. Mm-hmm. I've always said in all my years of coaching, you don't have to be tall to get in someone's face. All you got to do is get your arm up. Joe? Yeah. I don't understand with the hands down on your side. But, again, I'm old school.
Yeah. Well, I'm older than you, dude.
Oh, not by much. Not by all that much. I think you were kind of shocked to hear how old I am. But that said, I really appreciate you, Joe, helping me out here. This is something I have always kind of wanted to do with Selesky Sports.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I told Jason that if he ever ran in a bind that he could give me a call, and lo and behold, the call came this morning asking if I was going to be in Gilman. And
what time did he call you?
I want to say it was probably around maybe 11 a.m., somewhere in there.
He called me at 8:30. I was just getting to sleep really well.
Yeah. Well, my son's a sophomore, and one thing, I've kind of set the reffing shirt aside a bit because I don't want to miss my son's games. So obviously he had a feeling I was going to be here. And I enjoy sports. I enjoy, coaching. I enjoy reffing. I may not be always a fan favorite at times, but you know what? that comes with the territory, right?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
But one thing I can tell you, folks, is that it is no easy thing to do to be an official. I've been doing it 35 years, and my dad is 75, believe it or not, still reffing with me.
Yes, he is.
The fact of the matter is we just can't find people to do it. So kind of keep that in mind when you're watching a game. I'm not going to preach to anybody here, but it is no easy task.
WIAA will take you at any
Yeah.
time. It keeps you in the game, keeps you involved. And every once in a while you get somebody that kind of gets on your case, but that's not very often.
Yeah, and I think that comes with age. You get a little thicker skin, I guess.
Yeah.
But at any point, if anyone out there is interested in helping out youth, we
Yes.
definitely need you.
Yes.
You can go to WIAWI.org and go to the officials tab and sign up.
They'll take you.
Because I know there's a lot of games going on the weekends, that's for sure.
Well, friends, this is a halftime report. We're going to take a break for a couple messages from our sponsors and bring you back to the second half of play here from Gilman, watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
It's easy.
come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cefalatieri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Welcome back to Gilman High School. Special thanks to our game day sponsors, Woodfield Inn and Suites, Brown's Bar, Rem's Funeral Home, and G&D Wood Products.
Hard to believe he's a rookie doing this.
Well,
doing a very good job too, by the way.
Sometimes you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And even though this is my first time, I've never been one not to say much. I'm sure quite a few people out there were chuckling on that one. By the way, I don't know if Joe has up that chat or whatever they have online there.
Yeah, I've got the YouTube page
I'm not
up.
the most tech-savvy guy in the world, but if you guys want to do a shout-out there, feel free to do so. Let us know where you're listening from.
Yep.
Back to second half action here. Gilman starts the second half with the ball. Halida on the wing over to Nichols. Columbus comes out in that 1-3-1.
You know, if you're not used to playing against that zone, it really freaks you out.
I would tell you this. If you have a team that can play a 1-3-1, it is a very difficult defense to break. And the problem being is that not many teams practice against it. So My guess is Gilman probably didn't know it was coming, and now they got to try to do it on the fly, and that's not easy. Summers over to Becker, Becker to Jansen, cutting to the basket. Getting a little trouble, caught in the corner, but nice bounce pass to Hilgeman. Hilgeman offensive rebound over the Becker. Summers going to the basket hard. Unfortunately, a little hard off the glass. Keepers coming down the lane over to Halita. Halita over to Nichols. That was a case where Carter Summers' height really dictated that shot. Nichols felt like he was wide open, and all of a sudden Summer come over with his arm outstretched, what makes him, easily over 7'5".
I'd get a little nervous.
Yeah. Hilgeman going hard to the basket, slight undercut. He's going to go to line for a three-point play, perhaps. One thing you get with Hilgeman, he's a strong kid, and he works hard down low. In all my years of coaching, I've always told kids, when you got a teammate that works hard down low and gets position, shame on you if you don't get them the ball. Halita with a three from the wing. Little long, Hilgeman with another rebound. Over to Jansen. Jansen on the wing. Over to Konitschke in the corner. Konitschke looking for the shot. He decides to pass off. Over to Becker. Becker to Konitschke from the key. Little step back. Good for Mack. Extremely hard to guard Mack Konitschke. He's so good to the basket. The minute he takes that one dribble forward, the defender's back on the heels, and he takes a step back and hits it.
Good shooter. Good player.
He's been doing it a long time. Poquette at the key. Jansen all over him. Becker in the passing lane, getting his hand on it, going out of bounds. Gilman ball.
They've got to get open more, Gilman does.
Yeah, right now it looks like they're just relying on their teammates just to get open on the run versus a screen. Screening's sometimes of a lost art, but there's keepers in the lane. Hilgeman with another rebound.
Gilman's getting the shots, but they're only getting one shot. They're not getting any offensive rebound.
That's going to be offensive foul. Gilman going hard, but Nichols had good position on that one.
Coach Konitschke having a little chat, but saying, smiling. So.
Chuckled about it.
Yeah.
Halita bringing the ball up, guarded by Konitschke. Again, Columbus in this 1-3-1. But then they fall back into a man-to-man, and there's keepers from the wing for three. Not sure how many of them he hits in a game, but that one looked really good. And here's Konitschke for right back at you. He's like, I'm going to do one better. Halita, guarded by Konitschke, over to Nichols. Nichols, the keeper, is going hard to the basket. Over to the younger Poquette. Poquette over to Grunseth. Grunseth to his left. Spin move on Hilgeman. Nice shot. Dawson Grunseth with his first basket of the game. And there's that younger Poquette kid. The older brother showed him the first half. I'm going to get a steal on the inbound. He almost got one there.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll talk about it when they get home tonight. Summer.
I don't know about you, Jamie, but you're doing such a good job tonight. You're going to put me out of a job.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I just can't do that. You're too good at what you do as well. I always enjoy it when you do the games, even if you pronounce my son's name wrong.
And with that, we're going to go to commercial. You're watching Boys Basketball and Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Culligan. Back to action. Here's younger Poquette on top, trying to work by. Nice bounce pass to Nichols. Off of Nichols, and the ball just happened to roll right to Keepers, and Keepers puts it in for 2. Columbus Catholic 52, Gilman Pirates 29. Becker over to Konitschke. Konitschke, nice step back. Nothing but nylon there. Tell you, when Matt Konitschke is on, he is on.
Well, we hope we gave Heather a little chuckle when we broke the commercial.
Yeah, I'm sure she enjoyed that. Timler with a nice steal, running the floor. Back. Good job by Columbus Catholic, all 5 guys running the floor. Max Poquette over to Halida. Halida off of Becker's hands. You know, one thing with Ray Becker is he's always in those passing lanes. Mm-hmm. You know, he's sneaky quick, and he has extremely long arms. And I always say, you know, get one hand in the passing lane, and Ray Becker has that one hand in the passing lane more often than not, and certainly showing that tonight. Gilman inbounding. Free throw line extended out to Halida. Halida over to Poquette. Back to Halida, to Poquette in the corner. Thought about it, but Jack Kolbick running it down. Jack's height definitely made younger Poquette decide not to shoot that one. Ray Becker on the run out, going to the basket, left hand, off the glass, good. Again, Columbus Catholic running the floor really well, having a number of guys down the court before Gilman could get all 5 guys back. And there an errant pass on Keeper's part. Turnover Gilman.
Timeout Gilman. We'll take one as well. You're watching high school boys basketball. Zaleski Sports brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Next battle, I'm about to go bigger and better. If I ever lose, set it on faster than ever. If I ever lose, set it on bigger and better. Hitting roller coaster coming. Bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Welcome back to Gilman High School. We got 13 minutes left in the second half. Columbus Catholic up 58, Gilman Pirates 29. Columbus Catholic has made a pretty good run here in the last couple minutes. Matt Konitschke's hit a couple open threes. Whole team is running the floor, though. They're getting offensive rebounds and putbacks. Jack Kolbick over the Ray Becker. Halida a little too strong on the defensive side. Officials doing a really good job tonight, keeping the game under control. Nolan Frayne bring it to the key. Over to Summer on the wing. Summer on Poquette, undersized. Carter's like, I'm taking advantage of this mismatch, and he did. 2 points for Carter Summer. Summer with 8 in the game. Here's Halida. Gilman is really having a hard time with this 1-3-1. You know, it's almost like a 2-3 extended.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got the length, the likes of Carter Summer, you know, around that 6'7", and Jack Kolbick, you know, another 6'6" kid, it's really tough. There's Poquette from the top of the key.
We always used to run a 1-4 against a 1-3-1 on offense.
Timler looking for Summer down low. Summer definitely has a mismatch. The older Poquette boy on him, but Carter's probably got about a 8-inch advantage on him. Keepers on Kolbeck. Kolbeck to the basket, over to Timler.
2 seconds. We got away with that.
Yep. Ray Becker for a 3 off the heel. Here's Poquette coming the other way, running the floor, going in. Nice block from behind by Timler. Nolan Frayne comes out of there, out of the traffic, bringing it to the top, over to Summers to the wing. Summer drive baseline, off the glass. Fisher got him with a travel. I think, Joe, what happened there, Carter saw a wide opening and he shuffled his feet just a bit. And
Got to do one before 2.
official was in the right spot. Like Joe and I have said, you know, when you officiate, it's all about angles.
Yes.
You know, it's something that him and I might not see a foul from our viewpoint. Definitely could be a foul down on the court. Here comes Gilman back the other way. Halida over to Nichols in the corner for 3. We're going to get an offensive foul. I think it's going to be on Keepers, which wouldn't surprise me because he's been going hard to the basket. And that's indeed who it was on.
The one thing about the officials tonight, they're kind of invisible, which is what you want to be as an official.
Yeah, I just watched a video on that, and this one guy had said when he trains officials, you want to be silent. You don't want to be heard, you don't want to be seen, and I'd have to agree, the 3 tonight, I haven't recognized them one bit. And there's Keepers coming from behind Kolbeck. Kolbeck had no clue he was coming. Keepers in the basket, but hard. Kolbeck with a nice rebound over to Mayer. Mayer over to Frayne. Frayne in the corner to Timler. Rocco Mayer posting up well. Timler going baseline. Bounce pass over to Becker. Over to Frayne. Jack for 3. In and out. It's a pretty good offensive set by Columbus.
It's nice when the tallest kid in the court can hit a 3.
Yeah.
And you know he's got a good chance of making it.
Yeah, Jack's a good shooter. As I mentioned earlier, he puts a lot of time in that new field house. Gilman with a sub here.
Well, we got a lot of people watching tonight. We're looking for people to chime in on the YouTube page and leave a comment, see where you're watching from, who you are.
Yeah, do a little shout out if you like. Shout out if I reffed one of your games and you thought I didn't do a very good job.
They'd have to get in the line for me.
Well, that way I can apologize and just say I'm human. Timler for 3, off the heel. You know, Joe and I talked about in the JV game as a shooter, if that ball's off the heel, that's generally a really good shot, and that's where it was for Timler. Kolbeck down to Timler. But we're going to get Grunseth from behind. One thing I can tell you as an official, if you reach through someone's back trying to get the ball, more times than not, that's going to be a foul. Timler to inbound. Wheel route over to Becker. Becker on the wing. Rocco Mayer. Oh, he's thinking about the 3, but Halida got in his face. Timler over to Mayer. Rocco, nice jump stop. It's a good jump stop by Rocco Maher there. He got to the lane, jump stop. The kid can jump. Just a little heavy off the glass. Timler to inbound for Columbus Catholic. Poquette in for Halida. I have a feeling it's going to, Jack Kolbeck, little short on that inbound play. Good move. Over to Rocco. Rocco to Ray. Ray with the spin move in the lane. Lost control of it. Younger Poquette. Again, special thanks to our game day sponsors, Frayne Auto Body, ShedsDelivered.com, House of Heating, Takira. How do you pronounce that there, Joe?
What's that one?
That Takira one?
Takira Monarca.
Wow, that is a tongue twister.
Takira, I believe it is.
And Total Electric.
I got sympathy D's and F's in Spanish in high school.
Well, there you go.
It's a great place to eat.
That definitely is not on my resume. Poquette at the top, guarded by Frayne. Columbus back into man-to-man. Frayne with a rebound, bringing it down to Timler. Timler taking a look, going down the lane. Frayne down in the Timler down low. Nice post move. Frayne's going to get it for over the back, which is not such a thing anymore. It's just basically a push.
It's a push, yeah. It's the same way when I have to explain the over and back call. Everybody gets so excited if they get 1 foot over. It's got to be both feet and the ball.
Exactly, all 3 points. You know, that's where it's difficult as an official because, you know, rules have changed over time. Things have evolved. And the problem is that people haven't evolved. They're still thinking about the old rules.
I remember the force out.
You know, several games I hear that over the back yelled time and time again, and I'm like, there's no such thing as over the back. No. It's a push. Poquette a little short on that long distance 3. I believe that was probably NBA distance.
Yeah. Shooting from the logo.
Yeah. Frayne over to Timler. Becker posting up, back to Timler. Back to Becker. That was excellent inside-out basketball from those 2 young men.
Good execution.
They probably have done that a time or two in the field house. You know, speaking of the field house, that's a pretty amazing facility. You know, obviously, been there a lot, seen a lot of games there. I've reffed a lot of games there, but it's really nice to have something like that for our youth and for our kids. In a day and age when kids aren't very active, you know, I really like seeing it. Poquette to the lane over to Grunseth. Grunseth with another long 3. I mean, I think they're going to talk about these later thinking they're NBA 3s because those last 2 were from long distance. Becker over the Frayne. Frayne over to Kolbeck. Kolbeck from the wing. Right there is right in the cylinder. Here comes Poquette. You know, one thing about Poquette, he's a little undersized, but he's not afraid to go up against those big guys, which was proof right there. He'll be going in line to shoot 2.
See that number 15, is that Mr. Kolbeck?
Yes.
I mean, I'm driving in, I see him, and he's got like 7 inches of height on me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, and look at his arms.
Yeah.
Bo Poquette. First one is good. Bo Poquette going to the ServPro free throw line to shoot a second one. Call ServPro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. ServPro like it never even happened. A little strong on that. Arco Maher with a rebound. Nolan Frayne hard to the basket off the glass, but gets fouled. I think that's going on number 4. Dawson Grunseth, his 3rd foul. Nolan Frayne will be going to the free throw line.
Everybody's quiet tonight on the YouTube page.
Yeah, jeez. Must have had a rough day at work.
Yeah, another ServPro free throw here.
Yep. Frayne 0 for 2 from the line. Couple subs in for Columbus Catholic. Got Ro Wheeler, sophomore, along with Daxton Wenzel, sophomore. So right now we have 4 sophomores and a senior in there for Columbus Catholic.
Number 2 kind of got caught in no man's land.
Yeah, you know, the ball was there and he went after it and kind of undercut Frayne a little bit and ended up getting the foul.
A bonus.
That'll be Bo Poquette's 2nd foul of the game. We got a couple subs here for Gilman. We got Halida coming in along with the younger Poquette. In for Grunseth and Nichols. Nolan Frayne to go to the line. Hope to redeem himself. He was 0 for 2 last time. Wasn't off by much, so let's see what he can do here. Off the heel. Colby keepers high off the glass for 2. Here comes Rocco Mara down the court. Little late to Ro Wheeler. Poquette makes the steal and goes in hard, and lays it up. Good little ball player there, Max Poquette. You know, again, he's undersized, but he does a really good job. Really smart. Yeah, Columbus Catholic here, they're just kind of ahead they're going too fast. They need to slow down a bit here right now. A couple turnovers here in the last couple possessions. Now they're going to settle down, take a look at things. Wheeler over to Wenzel. Wenzel back to Wheeler. Wheeler going in hard to the basket. Off the glass and in and good. Foul on Poquette. As we saw in the JV game, Roll Wheeler, he does go hard to the basket. He did a really good job of using the glass there, you know. Bo Poquette bringing it back for Gilman. Columbus Catholic 65, Gilman Pirates 37. Over to Halida. Halida down to Keepers. Keepers handoff to Halida. Step back. Tough shot. Shot that over Jack Kolbeck, which is no easy task. Logan Halida with his first basket of the game.
Gilman getting pretty hot here in the last couple minutes.
Rocco Mayer going to the basket hard off the glass. It's called for the travel.
Yeah, took that stutter step. The hard one, Jamie, for me now is that Euro step.
Yes.
That's a tough one to call.
It really is, and like I try to tell people, a lot of it has to do when the feet land.
Yes.
Colby Keepers with a fadeaway, but Roll Wheeler going up. Ooh, nice move by the younger Poquette. Over to Bo Poquette, over to Halida for three at the top of the key. Rims it. Rocco Mayer with a rebound. Over to Frayne. Over to Wheeler. Bo Poquette, I'm thinking he's going all the way. And that's exactly what he did. Got to give the kid some credit, you know. He goes hard and challenge. Here's Wenzel from the wing. Hits for three. Again, folks, he certainly did not learn to shoot from me. Here's Poquette from the wing.
Nice shot.
Right back at you, he says. Yeah, Max Poquette putting in a decent game for a sophomore. I mean, if my stats are right here, I got 15 points for Max.
Okay.
Nichols coming back in for Gilman. Going to give Halida a break, along with Grunseth. Grunseth giving Keepers a break. You know, that Colby Keepers kid, he impresses me. I mean, that kid can jump out of the gym. Hard-nosed kid, gives it his all. There's Rocco at the line. Makes that one. Front end of the bonus there, he made it, so he'll get another. Rocco gets two to go. Bo Poquette bringing it up, guarded by Frayne. Over to Poquette, younger Poquette, guarded by Wenzel. Wheeler with a hustle. Out to Rocco Mayer, he's going in. Off the glass, good. Poquette bringing it up for Gilman. Columbus Catholic 72, Gilman 42. Poquette all the way to the basket. Put a little bit of Alex English on that, a little too much. Good old NBA All-Star Alex English.
Oh, you're going
reference.
old school.
I am going old school. It's when Denver had the mountains on their jersey.
Alex, Dan Issel.
Yeah.
I remember Marcus Johnson as a rookie for the Bucks.
Oh, yeah. Sidney Moncrief.
Yes.
Terry Cummings.
Sidney Moncrief had the best Sports Illustrated cover. He played for Arizona, the Razorbacks.
Yep.
And he showed him up in midair with his double-handed jam coming in and said, "High on the Hogs."
Rowe shooting the second free throw for the Servpro free throw line. Call Servpro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Servpro like it never even happened. Rocco Mayer with a rebound. Going to get him with the travel, though. Wasn't quite sure what to do. He thought he saw his teammate open, realized he wasn't, and took that extra step. Colby Keeper's coming back in the game for Nichols. You know, these Columbus Catholic boys have really settled down here the last minute and a half, 2 minutes. You know, in the first couple of minutes they were in, it was kind of a track race, but now it's kind of down to the point where they've warmed up a bit.
You got a lot of youngins in there.
Wenzel with the steal. Now, I may have taught him that. Wheeler at the top, over to Frayne. Frayne back to Wheeler. Wheeler going to do the spin move in the lane. It's going to get him for a travel. Shuffled his feet a bit. Really good spin move, but he took that extra step to just get a little clearance from the defender. Halita bringing it up for Gilman. 72 Columbus Catholic, 42 Gilman Pirates. 2 minutes to go in the game. Halita over to Halita. Haven't said that for a while, Joe. Over to Poquette. Over to Keepers. Keepers at the key. Going in hard on Vindage.
Hearing a lot of JV names being said for Columbus.
Yeah. It's nice to see those boys get some varsity time. You know, they put in a lot of time. You know, they're on the scout team. They get beat up. They do everything Coach K asks them to do. So this is a good opportunity for those boys to show Coach Konitsky and the other coaches that, you know, they're more than capable of holding their own.
Mm-hmm.
And there it is. As I said earlier, Keepers has springs, and he just jumped out of the lane for that one. Unfortunately, came up a little short. Rocco Mayer looking over to Wheeler. Frayne is posting up. Wheeler takes a long three, comes up short. Poquette takes an NBA three, and he gets it.
Oh, Nelly.
That was way deep. I mean, he almost was in the first row of the bleachers.
I think this is just going to be a sub.
Coach Konitsky takes a timeout for just sub only. We got Roman Osterman in for Rocco Mayer. Good job by Rocco. Comes in the game, gets 4 points. It's quality minutes here. Roman's going to get a chance, and he's going to put it up right away. Little deep, but there's Davis Vindage, Mr. Hustle himself.
Roman Osterman, one of my students back in the day in Loyal.
You are correct. Jacob Bryan did a good job in the JV game. Grunseth from the wing almost gets his own rebound, but Wenzel comes up with it. Wenzel coming up the court. Over to Frayne. Over to Vindage for three. Oh, in and out. The bench was about to erupt along with the crowd. Davis has hit a couple threes this year, and I tell you what, it's great to see a kid that's, I believe his first year of basketball was his freshman year. Good kid, great student. Going into the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
You got to appreciate those that serve our country. Gilman taking the ball out underneath the basket with 1.1 to go. There you have it. And final score. We got Columbus Catholic 72, Gilman Pirates 45.
And do your read for our friends from Nasonville Dairy, and we'll go to commercial.
I've been waiting to do this for Nasonville for a long time. So I just got to find it on my phone, and I don't have my readers on. So Nasonville Dairy, coming up next is a Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield. Curtis or NasonvilleDairy.com.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Whether you need deep sleep, beauty sleep, or just need to sleep it off, Mall Furniture has a huge selection of double-sided comfort sleep mattresses. When it's time for a double, it's no trouble. You'll flip over our great prices. There's two great sides to this mattress story, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. It's double-sided or nothing.
Get your perfect comfort sleep mattress from Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
See you on the flip side.
Hiller's True Value is Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. Check out Hiller's large selection of heated gear to keep you warm wherever you go this winter. Hiller's True Value of Marshfield. Buy your next vehicle from Gross Buick of Marshfield. Gross Buick is home of the lifetime engine warranty on select vehicles. Gross Buick, where you get a free courtesy car. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's drivers that they need. Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Cobeson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at Cobeson.com.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
At Rice's More Than Floors, you'll find quality window treatments, paint, tile, remnants, and of course, quality flooring. So you have three options. Come visit us here in Marshfield. We're near Fleet Farm. 2, check out our website, ricesmorethanfloors.com. Or 3, give us a call or text at 715-384-4554. And yes, pets are allowed in Rice's when accompanied by a well-behaved human.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back to Gilman High School. I'm here with Coach Konieczki and player of the game, Ray Becker. Coach, you know, I had a real tough matchup last night against Marathon, who's a highly ranked team in Division IV. Your boys spent a lot of energy. You know, a little short with the starter there, Ben, but, you know, the boys that came in did a really good job. But what were your thoughts on the game tonight, considering, you know, the game last night was a tough game and it was a kind of a down-to-the-wire, hard-nosed game?
I thought there were some fatigue mistakes early. You know, some guys did expend a lot of energy last night. You know, Gilman's gotten a lot better over the course of the season, just watching them on film, so I give their coach a lot of credit. And then, like you said, we've had a stretch here of about 3 weeks where it's like one at a time seems to be getting sick with the flu or, you know, fever or something. We haven't had Ben yet this week. He's a big piece. You know, Elijah then, you know, got sick today, so we were without those two. But, you know, give credit to Ray Becker, Devlin Timler, you know, Caleb, Jack. A lot of these guys have had to step up, and I think the young man next to me is a really good high school athlete and a really competitive kid. So, you know, it gives him an opportunity to kind of have a larger role, and hopefully when those guys get healthy and we can get to full strength, it helps us overall.
Yeah, I think one thing, you know, in all the years I've been coaching is that, you know, kids that maybe don't start and get a lot of the limelight, they're not quite sure where they fit. And all you can ask as a coach is keep working hard and wait for your opportunity. And I'd have to agree with you wholeheartedly here with Ray Becker. You know, Joe and I were talking during the game that, you know, he always seems to be in the passing lane. He always has one of his arms in the passing lane, which is something that we teach on defensive end. And the one thing Ray will give you, too, he's all over. I mean, he gives 110%, and he's making the best of his opportunities. So it's great to see that because, you know, with the sickness going around, and that's something that happens every single year, you hope and pray someone steps up, and he certainly has been doing that. What about, you know, some of the younger guys that had an opportunity to play tonight? I know they put in a lot of time on scout team and you know, come in the mornings and weekends and what have you. What did you see out of your younger group?
Well, they're talented. You know, we talk a lot about, you know, sometimes good players cover up other really good players. You know, a kid like Mac didn't score a lot as a freshman, sophomore. He's behind three or four guys that can really score, and now the role changes as junior and senior. And I think those guys are kind of in that same boat where, you know, next year when 6 seniors walk out the door, who's going to be ready? And that's why games like this, I think, are important. You know, to get them 9 to 15 minutes, whatever it was, and they can make mistakes in a situation where it's not going to mentally affect them long term, and they can really learn. I think some of those guys are a little bit hard on themselves, and we have to work through that where you got to move on to the next play. But any experience they can get on a varsity floor is going to help them next year, and we're grateful for that for sure.
Yeah, and, you know, and getting back to Coach Poquette there at Gilman, you know, Gilman is a perennial powerhouse in football. and not many people think of it as a basketball school, and he's trying to change the culture around here, and I think he's doing a good job, you know. And they really worked hard that first half, you know. They gave you all you could handle. They stayed in the game, but they had some opportunities there where they just couldn't put the ball in the basket, and you know, and Mac made a lot of nice open shots. That little step back he had was really working for him tonight. But you know, the extra passes really helped the team over the season, and I think you see that at every level.
Yeah, and I think if we can be balanced, you know, if when Ben is back and Ray's starting to shoot it, and Carter's always a threat and does so much for us that we don't realize when you look at a stat sheet, but when everybody plays a part and makes the extra pass, we can be a pretty effective team. Balance is always the goal. You want to have multiple guys that can score and be a threat if they want to take one away, and I think that's starting to develop. You know, Elijah last night played really well. Ray played really well.
Yeah.
So when Ben comes back, if they can continue that, we're just going to be better as a group, and that's kind of the goal, is to be your best at the end of February. Hopefully we're headed towards that.
Yeah, and you know, you got a tough schedule coming up. You know, as I mentioned early on in the game, you know, the Clover Belt East is really tough on top. It's not like it may have been in the past. I mean, every night you got to be ready to play, especially on the road. You know, and then you got a great non-conference game, a game coming up with the Marewood North contender Rib Lake. So I mean, you're definitely preparing your boys for the tournament time, which is what you want to see. And I think they're kind of taking that challenge and doing a really good job.
Yeah, you know, I tell them there's 10 games we can choose, and we choose some tough ones. You know, we're going at Rib Lake, Marathon, Auburndale. We go to Milwaukee for 2 games every year. It's not doing these guys any favors or making things easy for them. We know going in we're not going to be undefeated, but we want to be tested and we want to be tough. And if they can have the fortitude to kind of accept the challenge, which I think they do, it's going to help us long term, so I'm proud of them.
Yeah, I think we call them quality losses.
Yeah, we have a few of those
and
for sure.
You definitely have those, but it's going to help you going forward. So good job
I
tonight,
hope so.
Coach.
Thank you for the coverage.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Now, Ray Becker coming in, player of the game. Hey, Ray, great job. As I mentioned to Coach K, you know, you're doing an amazing job on the defensive end. That's one thing you've always prided yourself on. But, you know, we're seeing the offensive effort you're putting in. You're hitting some open threes. You're doing a really good job going to the basket, hitting some of those shots in the lane. So overall, you know, like I mentioned to Coach K, you really are getting your arms into those passing lanes, and you're getting a lot of tips and a lot of turnovers. How do you think the game went tonight, and how do you think that the team is going to be looking going forward?
You just got to work as hard as you possibly can on defense, and then have your teammates help you out if you get caught up in something. And then on the offensive end, yeah, starting to hit shots. I'm getting more confident in myself. That's feeling pretty good. And then I got to go get those boards. It's just all about the energy.
Yeah, and you know, and as you see in these games, you know, Ray definitely gives 110%. He does not leave anything in his tank, and that's a testament to, you know, to this coaches preparing him, and also a testament to Ray. You know, he spends a lot of times in the gym outside of practice, and it's just like anything else. When you put in extra time, that usually pays great dividends in the end. So what do you think as far as, you know, some of these big games coming up? You know, I mentioned your coach, you know, you got a really tough non-conference game against Rib Lake, which is up there. It's never an easy place to win. But again, you feel like these games are good games to prepare you guys going down the stretch?
Yeah, for coming forward, we need Ben back. I feel like Ben's a big piece to our team. And we just go to Rib Lake, play like we normally do, and see what happens.
Yeah, you make a good point, because, you know, with Ben being out, you know, you can always count on Ben to get 12, 14 points a game, and it takes a little pressure off of you and Mac and others on the team when you got another shooter on there. So we're just hoping and praying that Ben, you know, heals up and gets better and he comes back along with Elijah. But, again, you did a great job. Keep working hard, and we'll just see you in the next game.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. You know the routine.
Yep. I'm Ray Becker, and I'm in the house.
Thanks, Ray. Good job.
Thank you.